your crypto morning TA. Good morning, everybody. It's July 26, 2021. My name is Piano Matty B, and this is your morning TA. A brief window into the crypto markets, where the sun's shining, where the wind's blowing, all the humble opinion of this piano. Zamboni bringing the data. The Fear and Greed Index is at 26, down 1 from yesterday's 27. Bullersons. And nosy Miss Newsbaum social media market sentiment in a rent-controlled Twitter apartment in Queens is at 86%, down from last week's high of 91. Which means everything people are talking about has an 87% positivity rate, and the U.S. stock market is up and to the right, actually a smidge down, but who cares? What a weekend for Bitcoin. It really showed us that when she puts her mind to something, she can really get stuff done. In this case, it was breaking some key resistance levels. On Friday, we said she was going to meet up with her friend, the Accumulatrix, at about 32.5, which she did. And I guess she was feeling extra pithy and vinegary. So instead of having that platonic dinner with her old flame, the 200 MA, she blew him off. And that's maybe not the best choice of words. She stood him up and went straight to the 38% fib level of 34.1. Now, we also said that she was going to meet up again with the Accumulatrix at 33.2. But I have a sneaking suspicion that when they hooked up down here, the Accumulatrix said, you know what, I want to see you again. And Bitcoin sheepishly said, oh, that's great. Well, I'm meeting up with the 200 MA later for platonic dinner. You know, we're just friends now, right? And the Accumulatrix put her finger on Bitcoin's lips and said, no, I just want to see you. How about you ditch that 200 and meet me at the 38% fib level of 34.1, and we'll, talk, and I can show you what my tarot cards are saying and whatnot. And that's what she did. Now notice the 20 MA is still in there like a dirty shirt. But it's now changed its ways, and it's being a supportive, uplifting friend in price action's life, which is nice. But like I tell all pretty girls, that friend is not your friend. He's a squatter waiting for a vulnerable moment to turn the tables on you. So be careful. Now, I don't know what the Accumulatrix's tarot card said, but after the hookup, she took off. And not only did she cruise through the 50% fib level of 35.5, but when she got to the 61.8, which is a crucial resistance of 37K, she blew past it. Like it didn't even exist. Finally, topping out at 39K. Wow, what a run. Now, I don't want to be a price action party pooper, but I am a dad, and as such, I have to put safety first. And in this case, I want to address a safety issue. We need a pullback. Yes, I know. Wah, thanks, Dad. Now listen, we have to start looking at pullbacks as a healthy move. Dare I say, they are just as important as the run-ups. Go inside, Dad. You're embarrassing us already. Look, I'm going to give you a hockey analogy because I'm Canadian and our math system revolves around hockey equations. So this run-up from 30K to 39K, let's look at as our first line. Our star players, our goal scorers, our playmakers. They've been on the ice for a long time, and that's why we had such a bullish move. But they're 18-year-old millionaires who get tuckered out. Yeah, they do. And as much as I don't want to, we have to make a line change. Bring them back to the bench. We have to. This is when we send out the second line. And these guys are going to go out and play some heavy defense while the first line rests on the bench. Now, the important thing about this rest is how long do you keep them on the bench? If they sit and chill and we pull back to the 23% fib retracement level of 37.3, it might not be enough rest. And when they get back on the ice, we might not see another great run like we did before. they'll still be a little tie-ties. So do we keep them on the bench a little longer, maybe throw out the third line and pull back to the 38% retracement level of 36K? Personally, if I was the coach, I'd say yes. Keep them on the bench till at least 36K. Piano Matty B, why you gotsta? I gotsta because it's for our own good. We want to win the game right? Well, you got to play the game right. Now this is a little crazy, but do you send the fourth string meatheads out? Bang a little elbows and knees in the corner and pull down to the 50? Or gasp the 61.8 fib retracement? Yeah, I'd like to see that. And I know that's not a popular sentiment, but hey, you might see some of those fourth stringers getting some fights. Lay some people out a real bloodbath. And then guess what? The first stringers go back on the ice. And what we saw before, we'll see again. Because that's how it works. Let me break it down again, real proper like. First time they went on the ice, they went on about a 10K run. Now we pull them off and retrace or sit on the bench till about 34.3. And when the crowd starts chanting their names, we send them back on the ice. And they do another 10K run all the way up to 44K, which is past our channel resistance of 40K. And at that point, we're taking the W, crushing 8 to 20 beers, and going to work the next day, pretending like we're not hungover. And yeah, I'd like to see price action just go up forever and ever, amen. But that's not how a healthy run plays out. It's higher lows and higher highs. So remember, we're playing the same game as our psychopathic elected leads. That's right, it's the long game. So zoom out, have a fantastic day. BitBoy Crypto Morning TA. Cha-cha-ching.